I'm learning how to be on the helm when we're anchoring the boat. It's an important skill for me to master as I work towards being a competent sailor. And with crew on board, it's a perfect opportunity because it means Richard can stay close by me and guide me. We visit the beautiful town of Lakka in Paxos. But first, we're off to find a bay in North Corfu to spend the day.
Right now, we're in between the cat and the boat that's stern to our port side. It's probably a good area. So we'll look around there. It's apparently got seagrass and sand. Expecting about 7 metres. So we'll need to put out 14, 17, 32 metres of chain. So we'll be very towards the place here. My concern is showing 2.5 metres long enough there. We can check, we just put a thing down there, you can see that's 3 metres away, 38 metres away. We've got 28 metres of chain, so we're really not going too far. Our risk is that there's a rock there.
So at 28 metres of chain, and what have we got? 7.5 metres depth. How far could we swing? Do I have to use Pythagoras and work it out?
Well, if you just take the chain as the absolute worst case, which is really,
Okay, so we could actually swing 28, but we're not going to.
Yeah, and even if we did swing 28, we're not going to be on the shore.
Yep.
It's about whether there's any rocks over there and how we're sitting. So right at the moment, if you look at the way the cat is sitting, we're going to sit pretty similar to that.
And how far off are those rocks?
So right now,
For the 28.
let's just see how we've moved across.
Yeah.
So it's 36 metres to the rocks.
Cool.
Doesn't look that bad, does it?
No. Okay, we're good.
So this is shit that I wouldn't have done last year.
Yeah. Just don't keep getting braver and then
That's right.
go over the line.
Yeah. What I'd like to do, if you guys are all happy, is try and get Jude confident being on the helm, anchoring in tighter and tighter situations. Like if we've just got a pretty simple drop, she's cool with it. But it's just...
I still haven't done it. I haven't had experience really.
Yeah, so, and then once we'll get Taya comfortable using the anchoring up here. I'm assuming, Taya, you've dropped anchor before?
Yes, she has.
Yeah. So we will, then we can sort of swap over and you can be on here, and I mean obviously you're experienced here as well, just so that we can get Jude up to speed while you guys are here with anchoring.
Sure.
Yep.
So, thank you.
It's just it's like it reminds me of a Japanese garden.
Yes.
Where it's been crafted to look completely natural, but because you've got all these houses and structures in the middle of it, you can see that it's being crafted.
But they're made out of the local stone.
Yeah.
It's all the same colours.
Mm.
It's a lot chiller than Italy in summer.
Yeah.
It's quieter.
Yeah. There's so many more options though, isn't there? When we were looking for a bay, it's like, I'll just choose that one. There's just bay after bay after bay all along the coast here.
Yeah.
A bikini holder.
It's a bikini holder.
When you want to put them on,
My dry clothes on now.
do you hop in the tender and I lower them down to you?
You're not that big, honey.
Here's Taya and Mario coming back. Time at the beach. Hey Helios.
Lovely. It's really beautiful.
Yes, it is.
What's for lunch, Mario?
Some red pasta sauce made with love.
Smelling Delicious. Jude is enjoying her afternoon reading session.
Waiting for dinner, lunch,
Yeah.
early dinner.
It's late lunch, early dinner.
And someone else is making it for me. A nice swim. Lovely pebbly beach. Did you see the pebbles?
Yeah. It's so colourful.
We enjoy another lovely meal prepared by Mario. I love having someone else to take over the cooking. Because we try and conserve water, I'm going to do a rinse in the seawater before we wash it. Look at this. With rocks to port and a boat to starboard, there's no room for error. So, I had a dilemma as to giving them a hard time and letting the anchor possibly bang onto the bow, or risking getting close to that boat. I chose risking it, and we're good. I think they've got it. Richard and Mario were pulling up the anchor and didn't have it quite up yet. But when they're pulling up the anchor, we need the boat going really slowly. Otherwise, we're going to be driving over the anchor chain and it's going to be like dragging back onto the bow. And when they do get the anchor out of the water, it's going to like knock on the bow. But when the boat is going really slowly, we've got very little control. So we're trying to keep it as slow as possible for them as they're getting the anchor on, but the wind is pushing us around and there's a big catamaran right next to us. So I really, really miss our headsets because I couldn't tell them, you're going to have to speed up, you're just going to have to cope with the anchor because it's just coming out of the water. As I put some power on so that I could regain steering and make sure that we stayed away from the catamaran. Luckily, I'm just starting to put it on. Richard looks up and says, you might want to use some more power. So he had also been watching, which wasn't his job. And it's very hard to keep an eye on what's going on and how the boat's moving when you've got a job to focus on, like untangling the anchor. So it all worked out fine, but we really need to get our other headset. We've got one broken one that works, but it's got no one to talk to. So we need to order another one from Amazon. Now we've got a delivery point. We'll do that this week. They're great. It's getting ready to put the main up.
I'll let you dictate it going up, so you need to make sure you're okay with the battens. Yeah? Yep. Yep.
And I didn't just do that because there's a boat on our starboard that is clearing up power.
Don't know if we mentioned it on the way to the bay, but it's just Albania, just over there. It's a very narrow little strait between Albania and Corfu. In fact, we just made sure that we stayed on the right side of the territorial waters as well, so that we didn't enter Albania's territorial waters.
power.
Yeah, that's good.
So we have a lovely situation here in that I get Richard talking over my shoulder to teach me because I'm not normally at the helm when we anchor because I've got to be up at the anchor. But now we have crew, we can use them to our advantage as much as possible, and I'm getting a lot of nice teaching from Richard. So Mario's up at the bow getting ready with the anchor, and I've got Richard helping guide me with helming at the anchor.
Ready to put the anchor down?
Yeah.
All sorted.
Yeah, I sorted out the snubber and the anchor ball. I released the safety latch on the anchor chain. Ready to deploy the anchor.
Which one did you have?
This is the safety latch that's been recently introduced. This helps to make sure that the anchor stays on even in rough weather. It doesn't jump off the bow roller. This is actually one of the best anchorages we've been to. It's pretty special. You have the old town towards starboard, the old fort, and these pretty cliffs for a landscape. Dinghy dock where we can leave the dinghy and
And the
walk.
center is just a 10-minute walk away.
Walk out, exactly.
So the anchor's going to be off the bottom at about what reading?
The crew is preparing to North Corfu.
About 10 and a half or something?
Yeah.
Okay, lift.
Any,
38.
any dangers? What's your best?
No, but
2 meters, he's up. And we're in. He's got it. We go in front of the German boat.
Yeah. So give us a little bit more.
Right here. Bob's going to come to the inside of my tent. How do I control that?
Yeah, remember like on a trailer, what I'm saying is don't cut the corners too much.
Yes.
It's not going to be on the
Yes.
inside.
I'm learning how to pick up anchor. I'm doing okay. I have a little special demon on my shoulder. A good demon.
Oh, a demon. I thought you said a seaman.
Oh dear.
Straight up.
Night time! Hi!
Hi, good to see you. How are you?
Great. Where are you heading now?
Oh, I don't know. Where are we going?
We're on our way south to Petritis, Petritis village, then down to Paxos.
Okay, you have a wonderful time then. And we'll probably head up to Albania possibly tomorrow.
Ah, okay. I'm sure we'll bump into you again. You seem to be stalking us. I'm sure we'll see you again.
We'll be looking out for you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Enjoy! Bye! Nice to see you again.
Our morning was taken up by having a mechanic on board. So, with only the afternoon free, we just make a short trip down to Petritis in southern Corfu.
And there we go, have a look.
It's called a boom preventer, and it's to keep the boom out in such light wind. And stop us moving.
Especially when we go over a wake, it rocks the boat, and that spoils the airflow over the sail. So while the boat's going like this and the sail is flapping, we're not generating any force. So by having the boom locked in position, it means it doesn't rock as much. And we generate more power and very little wind, which is what we need at the moment.
I'll show you how we cleat, which is... Sorry, honey. Knock your husband overboard. I'll show you how we cleat, which is a bit different to how other people cleat. So we do something called OXO, and sometimes you do OXOO. I'll show you. So that's the first O. So it started here at the point furthest away, so it's finishing here. That's one O. Then we do an X, and then another O. And at the last O, you can just give it a yank, and you see it's secure. And the benefit, if you want it more secure, you can do another O. And the benefit is, even when you've got weak hands, no matter how much tension is on here, you can get it off by just a pull. Whereas if you're folding it back on itself, it can be really hard to undo. Oh, fresh tea. Fresh tea. This is tea from Tunisia. We bought some clever things before we left. And one of them is a stovetop whistling kettle. But the problem was it was a little bit hot on my hand. So Richard made me this lovely thing. Oh, can you see that? Perfect. It's kind of plaited thing. And we bought a lovely teapot, which even when it's got hot tea in it, it's not hot to the hand because it's insulated. Because Richard goes, sometimes you need to grab stuff in a boat to stop it from falling, and we don't want to burn our hands in the teapot. So you see, it's not hot.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Thank you very much.
An afternoon pick me up.
Well, I think that we're going to finish
morning
these.
Yeah. We got
Keep
the
that energy
they're
up
our
for this
favorite.
very vigorous sail.
Yeah. Hold on tight, guys.
We're about to hit 2 knots.
Those life jackets over there were a bit of an overkill.
We really need them today.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, you're right.
We're cleaning up after a delicious meal of burritos. Doing the dishes and
We're preparing some breakfast for tomorrow, some healthy breakfast. So we're doing chia seeds together with some milk, mixing up with some fresh fruit tomorrow, and some honey and maybe, what else, Jude? That's all
cinnamon.
right. And maybe some cinnamon, yes. We've had it yesterday, I believe. It was delicious and
And
healthy.
healthy.
Yes.
Full of fibers.
yes.
What about you, Richard?
I'm planning some editing. New hard drive today, 5 terabytes.
Wow.
It might hold a year's worth of video if we're lucky.
Excited about your new toy?
Yes.
So this is what goes on behind the scenes.
Good morning.
Hey, Kalimera.
Kalimera.
I thought of trying to set up the hammock for
Fine.
us. Put a snubber hitch over here on this halyard and another one on the gypsy. This is a rolling hitch. It's used to tie a rope perpendicular to another one without it slipping. The cool thing about it is that you can actually slide it along before it actually catches. Look. Isn't that the coolest knot? I put in the cushion beneath me for emergency purposes, if you know what I mean.
Good luck.
Yeah, I have no experience with this, so it's holding so far. Yeah.
So far, so good.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Oh yeah, baby.
This is quite comfy, I must say. Thanks for setting it up.
No worries.
Today we're off to Lakka, a beautiful anchorage on the north end of Paxos.
So speed over ground is 7.5 knots at 15 knots of true wind speed. 170.
Cheers.
Cheers. I think it's about time we ask Jude whether she figured out the surprise yet.
Possibly.
Yeah? Maybe. We have to ask her whether she figured it out first.
What else?
And Richard as well.
Mario is asking whether you figured out the surprise yet.
No, I have not figured out your surprise yet.
We didn't give them much hints, Mario, though.
And then hint.
A hint? Well, it has something to do with what we're currently doing. Which is what?
Sailing related, yeah.
Something to do with sailing.
We have arrived at the sea.
It's a beautiful spot, isn't it?
I love the sea. Look at this. Awesome.
It's pretty packed. Always looks a lot more packed than what it is. There's always some spots, but we've got the wind coming over the hill, and in a place like this it can mean that boats end up pointing the different directions. So boat to our port, we're still settling down at the moment, is pointing a bit off this way, and a boat to our starboard, they're all pointing this way. So we just got to watch. We can't really rely on us all lining up with the wind because it will swirl around a bit. But I think we've got enough room around us. I think we've got just the right amount of room. Good, but too little for somebody else to come and squeeze in between. That's what I'm hoping.
Snabbers on.
Open up the ball. Anchor ball. We're probably going to be the only people here with an anchor ball. But I always figure what I'm going to write on the insurance claim when it says, were you displaying the appropriate anchoring symbol? And I can probably say yes, always.
In good faith.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we're going to swing the same way. Yeah, it's all okay. He doesn't have a stern anchor out. Just the way he was lying before, it just looked like he had a stern anchor out. And but then just when I was talking to him, he was swinging around the other way. So he said he's been here 3 days and it just gets quiet at night and it's all okay. So my concern was if he has a stern anchor out, which puts him close to us, and then we swing, because I'm expecting the wind to come in from the sea, we would then swing around the other way and probably hit him. So we all got to try and do the same sort of dance while we're in the anchor. That's all.
I don't have a name for it. Well, we've got couscous, and this is just some broad beans and some lentils and a bunch of vegetables. A bit of paprika, a bit of some curry spice, I don't know what it's called. So in Tunisia, you can get all kinds of beautiful spices, but you buy them like in these big barrels, and they come in a plastic bag. So by the time I get home, they've told me their name, their Arabic name, and there's no way I'm going to remember that by the time I get home and I'm buying several kinds of spices. So I have to call it things like reddish curry and golden curry and yellow curry. Anyway, this has got some red curry in it, what I call red curry. After dinner, we head into town and are blown away by the number of tenders tied up at the dock.
Wow.
I think we're double parked, honey. I've never seen anything like this.
It's a pretty full parking lot, isn't it?
No.
All the cats love it. All the cats love it.
It's very cute, isn't it? It's just wall-to-wall little tavernas and a few gift shops. Makes it sort of keen on a second dinner. Alright, somebody else take this.